So that was the cherry that we cut up yesterday. Here it is about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's relatively cool out here. I'm in the shade. I've still got this walnut to split, so let's do that next. That walnut that's left on the trailer is, I don't split wood, it's usually that small. I keep my firewood separated by variety. This is all cherry. There's cherry on the bottom here, that's what I started with. And then the walnut's on top, which I'll go put that in the barn. And I'll probably put some of this cherry in the barn too. So if you're wondering what kind of splitter this is, I bought this probably in 1987. This is a MTD. It's a 25 ton. It will also lay down horizontal where you can stand up and do this. With these bigger pieces, it's easier for me to sit on a log like this and make myself comfortable while I split it. Oh, I almost tripped again. Only problem I ever had with it, well, two problems. If I can show you. This bracket here, which works the valve, broke off last year. So I put it back together best I could. It works. And the other thing is, where is it? Oh, right here, this weld. See if you can see it in there. That weld developed a crack. So we took it up to the shop and welded it back. Painted it red again. Looks like new. Well, it did look like new when we got done with it. That's the only problem I've had with this log splitter. All you need to do is make sure you got hydraulic oil in it. And believe it or not, I've never changed this filter. This still runs like new. I do change oil. I do change oil in the engine. It's pretty easy. It's got a nice extended drain down here to drain the engine oil out with. And then you just put it right back in here again. And this has been a good splitter. I have had no trouble with it at all. In the winter time when it's real cold, I use starting fluid. It just needs that extra little kick to go. But all in all, this has been a good splitter. It's got a 1 7/8 ball hitch. And the tires, you can take it, they got grease in them, you can take it out on the highway. They got bearings in them. Of course, this one never leaves the farm. The tires are original and they're pretty well, lucky they hold air. Okay, I got it all on the trailer. Got the cherry in the back. This walnut on the front. And now we're going to try to hook up this trailer hitch to this. I backed up pretty good there, didn't I? All right, so let's see if we can roll this gator back just a little bit. One-handed again. Now I've got this pin. Sorry for the interruption. Something always happens when you're trying to film, but I got the pin in there. And now I'm going to take it up to the barn and try to find a place in there because I've already got a lot of firewood in there. So I'm going to ride up there, hang on. All right, I'm up here in front of the barn now. Let's go in here, try to find a place to put this. Turn some lights on. You can see I got some firewood in here. Never before seen inside of my barn. Very few people ever get to see the inside of this. Not much, but a lot of firewood. A lot of junk. A lot of stuff. When you live in a place for 32 years, you accumulate a lot of stuff. But I can give you the rundown here pretty quick. This is mostly ash. This is mostly ash. This is mostly ash. This has got some oak in the middle. This row here, little ash on the end. Let me try to remember. It's a one-man operation, you know. This is maple, a row of maple. This is my little bit of hickory. Hickory trees don't die like the rest of them seem to. And back here in the back, we have honey locust. So where I'm gonna put this walnut and cherry at, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to find some boards to lay down. You can see here, yeah, got a groundhog problem. They're just burrowing holes everywhere. There's one. You can see their den of the honey locust. Not a big hole, but there are several more, but I'm not gonna show them all to you. You'd just be bored. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going over here, move this compressor out of the way, and I'm gonna finish this row here out. And the rest of it, I'm gonna, what don't fit in here, I'm gonna just leave outside and cover up. I usually do that anyway, because it takes a lot of wood to heat this place in the winter. You would think a wood stove and 2 furnaces running, you'd be warm, but still cold on the cold days. But I've got to leave this path. I could put a row in there, but I got to leave a path to get to the back side of the barn in case there's anything back there I want to get out. But for right now, we're going to pull this compressor out. It's handy to have. I've got another compressor down in the garage. It's handy to have 2 compressors. That way you don't have to keep dragging them back and forth. There's the old power washer. Doesn't need to get it running again or junk it once. It quit running and won't start back up and makes a clanking noise and may have a thrown rod. So I've got to look into that a little further. But let me find a couple boards and I will. These are the barrels. Here's a couple of barrels of fence wire, barbed wire, electric fence wire, We cut out last fall. As you can see, it's a lot of junk in here. Seafoam. Yeah. But we're going to take some more wire down this fall when the ticks clear out and the poison ivy dies back. We're going to get out there and clear some more land. So that's all for now. Let me get this wood in here before it gets too hot outside. All right, I got it in here. Trailer's empty, except for a few leaves. But I never pretended to be a professional firewood stacker, and you can see I'm not. But I've got the cherry here. I put the walnut here behind it. I'll be able to tell the walnut because of the stripe that's on it, so I won't burn that this winter. But I will go through this ash. The oak is not cracked real well on the end, so I may have to wait until late winter. Maybe not at all this year. But the maple always burns. The hickory pretty much always burns. That's why I separate. Because you put the dry wood, like the ash, in with some greener stuff, like maybe this oak, and it'll help it burn. Another thing I do, we save aluminum cans. And since the price of the cans is ridiculously low, you gotta wait until you've got several bags, which I have, but that's about 25 miles away where I gotta take them to, so to make it worth the trip, I really gotta have a lot of them, so I'll save them a little while later, maybe take them in this fall. But the point I was getting at is the firewood underneath the bags is low because the pesky raccoons that get in here will reach up there. If it's close enough, they'll reach up there and rip the bottom of the bag out and chew on the cans, which makes a wonderful mess. And you probably wonder, how many gas cans does a guy need? Well, apparently I've got those. I've got these. I've got a couple up here on top of these barrels. These are my diesel cans. I tripped again. This one's got a crack in it. It's not going to last much longer. But these are these so-called federal safety cans they want us to use. So what I did is I got me some of these vents off of eBay, and that goo around it is super glue. And as you put super glue on there, first you drill the hole, put the super glue on there, you sprinkle some baking soda on there, which makes the super glue extra hard. And this is how you fix the government gas cans that they sell that no longer have vents on them. And I've done that to all the good cans. But the story behind these cans is why I have so many. I originally only had about, I had that big one there, I had that big one there, and I had that big one there, and a couple little 1 gallon ones I had. The rest of these, there was an auction, and they had a lot of cans. They had about 12 cans, something like that. And I got all these for, I think $18 or $19. I'm not sure. Which is just about the price of 1 can. See, I put the vents in these too. Here's my diesel cans back here. I got a couple, got 10 gallons or so here. I don't know if there's anything in that one or not, but that's beside the point. Two of these cans were half full of diesel. And this diesel back here was just like new, and I got like 5 gallons of diesel, and you know the price of diesel. I got about 5 gallons of diesel that I can use in my tractor or backhoe. I'm not real sure about it, but I'm pretty sure it's good diesel, so I mix it in with fresh diesel, and I've not had any trouble burning it in my tractor or my backhoe. But I'll tell you, for say $19, I got probably 7 gallons of diesel, and I don't know, it's 12 cans, something like that. Some of them I don't use, I just got them got the ends covered up so dirt don't get in them. But who knows? One day I'll have my own auction and pass them on to somebody else. Here's a better look at the, hope y'all can see this. Here's a better, flower pots are rolled down in there. Here's a better look at what the groundhogs are doing to my barn. They are really having a party back here. And we tried catching them. I got a trap. I got a Rural King, another good plug for Rural King, of my favorite store. And the other day I caught a raccoon in it. And that's not the culprit I want. I want the catch these groundhogs. And they're just a little smarter than raccoons are by not going in the cage. I'll try again this weekend. Then maybe I'll get lucky and get one of those groundhogs. But the firewood is in here basically to keep it dry, so I'll always have a dry supply of firewood in the winter. It always burns better if it's dry. A lot of people keep it outside. I keep some outside, but I cover it the best I can. But it's good to have some dry firewood to burn in the wintertime. Thanks for watching today's show, and we'll see you next time.